poppin', everybody? Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Recapping the Strike 2.5 from URL. This is the B. Dot versus JC battle. This was the battle I was most excited for throughout this card. Honestly speaking, I don't know that overall that battle turned out the way that I expected. It was a very good battle, don't get me wrong, but I was expecting just a little more explosiveness, but we'll get to that towards the end. Start off in this first round from B. Dot. You know, he started off breaking down JC's style. But what I thought was kind of cool was B. Dot had some performance, but in this one he was performing out even the dance, like the dance bars he said he had. He was even doing some of that shit, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of added to it, and look, he was a little bit out of his element, but I liked it. Like, I thought it came off cool. It didn't really come off that forced. He can't really dance, but who gives a fuck? It was dope the way that he did it. I thought it was cool. That tooth and nails line was crazy. Overall, B. Dot had a very good opening round. Same thing I thought from JC. I thought JC had a very good opening round as well. Some of the highlights was that Michael Jackson line. I thought that Michael Jackson line was crazy in that first round. The Oprah line was dope. He had a line which probably can arguably, well, JC had so many dope lines in it, but could arguably his best line was when he said, fuck is a comedic blood to a crypt keeper. I'll let you decipher that yourself. I don't need to do it for you. But that was a double. And that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was definitely crazy. Overall, in that first round, it was razor sharp, close round. Personally, I have B. Dot taking that first round, but it was a really, really close round. That was the first round. Second round, if you enjoyed that first round, then you understand the second round. They stepped it up even more. The both of them in the second round. B. Dot. He started off with he didn't start off with some of the highlights. Was he said he ain't from a riding hood. You know, because he was talking some gang shit, you know what I'm saying, and talking about Geechee Gotti and so on and so forth. Well, you know what, I'll save that for the end. We'll get into that. He said another line he had was the keep 12 in the dark like a somniac. He was talking about the police, like, and he was saying like you're supposed to keep shit under wraps, like you're supposed to keep 12 being police, in the dark like a somniac. That was a fire line. JC goes, he starts going in about the face paint that B. Dot wore versus Loso. Started telling him like, yo, you look stupid. Like, you know, in the past people have used the face paint thing to make fun of black people. And at the end of the day, what JC was comparing them to was the Lion King. If you see the Lion King, I forgot what was the name of the monkey. But he was like telling him like, yo, that's who you resembled with all that shit on your face. You know what I'm saying? So the way he broke that whole thing down, I thought was dope throughout the round. And I thought that it hit very well. That Contra, he had a Contra line that was fucking crazy, JC. And the second round is another very, 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 very close round. But I had B. Dot taking it by 1 point. Razor's edge finish but I could see somebody giving that round to JC. Third round, B. Dot, the Game of Thrones line was crazy. He broke down JC's Iron Solomon angle and telling him, you know, he went into this whole thing about, if you remember the Iron Solomon angle that JC used was trying to tell Iron that the original Jews was actually black. So what B. Dot was doing was like, yo, my man, like, so he went into this whole African versus Jewish thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, if I give you everything that he was talking about, I'm pretty much giving you the whole round, and you know, I don't want to do that. He had some stuff that he was breaking down, like telling JC, like, oh, you about the Jewish star, like, oh, if you're using Jewish star, you're supposed to be a vice lord. He broke, again, it's hard for me to tell you things without pretty much telling you the whole fucking round, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this, some of the people with JC who may or may not be vice lords were pretty much shaking their head, as well as JC, like trying to say that's not true. Because he was trying to say, like, you talking all this Jewish shit, And if by what you were saying in the Jewish thing versus Iron Solomon, and what you're pretty much saying is you go by the Star of David, which if you supposed to be a vice lord, then you're supposed to be Muslim. Now, this ain't my opinion. It ain't any of that shit. I'm only telling you what B-Dot was saying in his rounds. But some of the people around JC were all saying that's not true. I have no knowledge of this. Please don't. I don't know shit. And what I do know, I'm not getting on camera and talking about. I'm just only telling you what the man talked about in his rounds. JC's third round, he had a crazy line where he finished it off by saying, top dog, like the image of Anubis. Go Google that. So he's telling him like, yo, you think you top dog like the image, like that whole, yo, that is crazy. And then when you go and Google that and see what it was that he said, that is crazy. So salute to JC. No, never cease to amaze me with that, with original and dope bars. He did the shit where he was telling B-Dot, like, you know, he'll shoot him in the head, and he was like, you know, we like B-Dot, we like the unconscious B-Dot better. He was like, oh, you know, you conscious, blah, 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 blah. We like the unconscious B-Dot better. So it was dope the way he did it. My problem with this, third and final round is I actually have it dead even. I have it a tie, the third round. And it's also has to do with some of the stuff B-Dot said, whether or not it's true or not. But overall, though, I'm talking about bar for bar. I think they were dead ass even in this third round. It doesn't change that I personally have B-Dot winning 2-1. I have B-Dot, or excuse me, the first two rounds, and the third round being tied. I will openly tell you this: all three rounds were close. Again, I got the second and third round. You know, that's just is too difficult. I thought those were the actual closest rounds. I got B-Dot up by 2 points on or 1 or 2 points in the first, and the other two was like, wow, this is a pick 'em. Which way you want to go with this? But again, this was a very good battle, and the reason why I was a little more disappointed on him was just this. B-Dot said, especially even in his face-off, he says this for every battle. B-Dot says this every battle, that he's not going to use the dance or like use the obvious angles everybody used. That's what he says, but then he turn around and use them. So I don't understand that. And the thing that him and JC did all three rounds was use the same angles all three rounds, talking about the same shit all three rounds. Did they do a little bit better? Yes. Did they, you know, whatever. But it was like almost the same angle all three rounds, just different bars. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was saying I expected better from both of them from that standpoint. But it was a very good battle for the both of them. Salute to them both. Make sure you subscribe, hit the alert bell. We got more recaps coming throughout the night. Thank you for rocking with me. Salute to the union. Remember, if you like the intro graphics and all of that was all done by Visual. All his information is in the description box. Salute.